say here, it has no truth to it. This is not fact. This is just like, what if, imagine this. Let's play with the idea of, this is a crazy conspiracy thought. Okay, so don't take this as a fact. But I think we've all seen these sci-fi movies where a person wakes up in a hospital bed. They don't know where they are, and they don't know why they are there, and there might be someone laying next to them in another hospital bed, and they're kind of freaking out, where am I, and then a nurse enters the room with something that she's gonna inject into the person's IV, and they don't let you know what it is. They're just, it's kind of like, relax, don't worry, you've been in an accident, right? Because it's very common for people that have been in a coma to believe that they are being, kidnapped, and that harm is gonna come their way. Okay, that happened to me. I thought that I was kidnapped by, I don't know, but the weird robot voice, telling me, in cold words, like it was crazy. It was me hallucinating. But I just find it funny that some people believe in this conspiracy that, subliminal messages and predictive programming, and that's all bullshit. No truth to that at all. Either way, so let's pretend that there is truth in movies, okay? So everyone that it has, experienced what I just said, that they're being kidnapped and someone's gonna take them out, that we just accept whatever the hospital staff is saying, and we just okay, while we know that the guy next to me is experiencing the same thing, if that guy would have been in a coma, that is. And there's this conspiracy when it comes to the Jabba Dabba Doos, that you can sense, some people, that they can sense whether someone did it or didn't do it, okay? And I have become allergic to what I believe is perfume, and so when I'm out in society around certain people who have strong a strong scent or something, I get these weird symptoms. You can watch my playlist. All of you who follow me, you know what I'm talking about. So I was just, when I heard about that, I was just for fun asking people, or no, I was actually I was like, okay, if I got migraine and all of these weird symptoms, I was like, okay, you have taken that type of Jabba Dabba Doo, right? Twice, and I haven't been wrong so far. But that's just a coincidence, okay? So I don't believe any. I kind of believed in it at the beginning because it had happened, for 2 years, and I mean the probability of it being coincidences, every time is kind of non-existent if you're gonna, view it from a mathematical perspective. But either way, that's impossible. But just play with the idea that, I was considered to be against the Jabba Dabba Doos, which I have never been against vaccines or anything. I've taken all my vaccines, but I feel like, the Jabba Dabba Doos, I don't really know, either way. So let's pretend if this would have been a movie, I would have been, on the opposition, the revolutionary side of the movie, like, yeah, stop this, they're gonna take us all out, as the conspiracy says. And again, the conspiracy has no truth to it whatsoever. It's just crazy people who believes in that. But just play with the idea, just for the sake of argument, okay? So here I am, and I'm considered to be against it. And then all of a sudden I end up in, I almost lose my life. I wake up, feel like I've been kidnapped or something like that. And like, because this was actually, I think it was my sister who told me that, yeah, have you ever thought about, you being like kind of an activist like type, you've been so against it that maybe it backfired, maybe that's why you can't go out in society, and no matter what you say, no one is gonna believe you. They got and that kind of happened to me, like my sister said, like that if you try to expose this, even with documents and everything, scientists, no one's gonna believe you, and and you're gonna be ending up being committed, in a psych ward or something, and you're gonna, I think we've all seen those type of movies, I always get so much anxiety from watching those type of movies, because the main character knows that, this actually happens, okay? Like, I know that I'm allergic, but I know that it's not have nothing to do with this conspiracy thing. But it was just a funny thing to think about, because it was, I had talked about it, the Jabba Dabba Doos way a lot, and kind of like, okay, so now it backfired, now they want to silence me, so yeah, and the thing is that this is allegedly, but I'm saying allegedly just because I don't have the article right now, but I'm gonna try to find it. But allegedly there was two people from China who they had done something that the government didn't like, and so they got, they were hallucinating, they had heard voices, and one of the two Chinese guys ended up like checking out because he couldn't take it, and the other guy, he he managed to survive the ordeal. And then it turns out, then the Chinese government actually said that, yeah, it was us who did that to you, and I've seen also, these CIA agents, ex-CIA agents talk about that. That is the easiest thing that you can do, manipulate, pick out a person from a crowd, and you can decide what the voices are gonna say, what type of voice it's gonna be, how many there's gonna be, and again, I don't know that this is facts, I don't know, but this China thing with the Chinese guy, yeah, allegedly, that they admitted it, but like he's messed up in the head right now. But either way, I just found it funny, that all of these things they have happened to me as well. I've been speaking out against Jabba Dabba Doos. I ended up in, almost losing my life, and now I almost can't be in society because of my allergy, but it's not allergy to the Jabba Dabba Doos, it's to perfume. But I was just playing with the idea, the similarities.